Welcome to Flawless Shoe Reviews. Here we have two of the most premium neutral shoes in the New Balance range, the More V5 and the 1080 V14. There are some key differences between the two and they feel different underfoot, whether that's walking and running. I'm going to break down the key differences between them so you have a better idea of which one works best for you. So when we look at the midsoles on these shoes, both of them have the Fresh Foam Max cushioning, but they feel very different. So we have a lot more cushioning underneath the More V5 with 43mm in the rear foot, 39 in the forefoot, giving you a classic 4mm drop. In contrast to that, in the 1080s we have a lot less cushioning with 38 in the rear foot, 32 in the forefoot, giving a 6mm drop rather than the 4mm in the More V5. And while they both have Fresh Foam Max cushioning, in the V13, so the older model of this, it was one of the softest shoes I've ever worn. So they firmed it up a little bit in the V14, so it's a bit more stable underfoot. You don't sink into it as much, even though it's still really comfortable. Whereas in the More V5, it really feels cloud-like, like you're running on marshmallows or you're walking on marshmallows, so you really sink into it. It does transition nicely from the back to the front of the shoe, but it's still super soft and you don't get the same energy return as what you get in the 1080s. They have elements of stability to them via the sidewalls, so we've got some big sidewalls on the More V5 on the heel on the inside and on the outside, but it's got a very soft heel counter. So the sidewalls come up and cradle your ankle to try and add elements of stability and help to control pronation moments when you initiate contact with the ground. Usually it's coupled up with a stiff heel counter to hold your ankle in place, so that facilitates a little bit more movement than we would have liked in the More V5. Whereas in the 1080s we've got some sidewalls on the heel as well, on the inside and the outside, but you've got a much stiffer heel counter. So coupled up with firmer cushioning, the sidewalls and the stiff heel counter, you've got a lot more stability in that rear foot on the 1080. You've got some sole flare, so where the sole comes out wider than the forefoot in the 1080, and you've got some broad-based support that doesn't narrow too much in the midfoot. The sole flare is wider in the More V5, so you've got a bit more stability elements in the forefoot of the More V5, and it is much stiffer in the forefoot because you've got all that extra padding, even though it doesn't have a plate running through it. So you've got a bit more flex in the 1080 V14, however it is still relatively stiff compared to some other shoes on the market. When we move up the shoe, you've got plenty of space in the toe box, probably a little bit more in the 1080 than the More V5, but both of them come in a wide and an extra wide, so any of you who have wider feet, that shouldn't be a problem. You've got nice padded tongues that lock down well, and you've got plenty of padding around the heel counter to give you that premium feel. Now when it comes to standing all day, both of them are excellent options. If you want a much softer shoe, then you might prefer the More V5. When it comes to walking and running, if you have any history of ankle instability, peroneal issues or posterior tibial tendonitis issues, you might not enjoy the More V5 because it just facilitates a little bit more movement side to side because of the softness of the cushioning. When it comes to running, you can use the 1080 and the More V5 for easy runs, long runs and recovery runs. Feels great underfoot, really smooth. However, neither of them are fantastic when you try and transition into quicker workouts, partly due to the weight, with 303 grams in the More V5 and 297 grams in the 1080 in the size 9 men's US. So the More V5 is definitely softer if you're more interested in that, a bit firmer, a bit more responsive in the 1080s. If you've got any questions on them, please drop them in the comment section below. We can check out the latest prices and through the links in the description. Otherwise, like and share and subscribing always makes a big difference to the channel. Thanks for watching.